Welcome to Goodison Park. It's FA Youth Cup third round action tonight. Everton against Reading, and my co-commentator a little bit later on, Peter Clark, played in enough of these games to know what it's like.
Yeah, going back 1 or 2 years, shall we say. Good few years, but no, when I got to the ground, well, I saw the floodlights on. Memory immediately goes back to those Youth Cup games. Special times for a youth team player. You know, normally in our day the games were on training grounds as and wherever in the country, but to play in front of fans, in stands, in stadiums, a wonderful experience for these young players.
Will it be human nature for the boys to be looking around at the stands and looking at the Gladys Street for the first 5 or 10 minutes ago, or have they really got to put that out of their minds?
I think human nature, they're obviously going to look at the surroundings. For some, it may be the first time on such a stage, and there may be 1 or 2 nerves, but that's natural. That's only to be expected of young players of this age. They'll probably have a little look round. Hopefully they can get that sort of fan within, out during the warm-up and so on and so forth. And there may be 1 or 2 moments when the ball goes dead that they perhaps catch themselves having a look round. But in the main, I think as players, when you get out on the pitch, your concentration levels are there, and you're wanting to make sure that you perform to a good level and you're doing what's required.
It'll be the same for Reading as well, won't it? Possibly even more so. Their coach will say, listen, what a chance this is for you boys to play, with all due respect, for you boys to play at Goodison Park.
Of course, you know, as you say, no disrespect to these young players from Reading, but they're coming to what I call a proper stadium, an old-fashioned ground where the fans are close to the pitch, the stands, the terraces are close to the pitch. So it'll probably be a really new experience for the boys from Reading. Possibly a little bit intimidating for them. Hopefully that's the case from an Everton point of view.
A good run in this competition from the young players can really give the whole football club a boost, can't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, I look back to when I was lucky enough to be around the group that won the Youth Cup. You know, going back to 98, your Richard Dunns, your Danny Cadamatris, Phil Jevons, and they had a really top draw side. Mick O'Brien was the captain, Jamie Milligan, and some of the players I've mentioned there, a big proportion of that group actually went on to play first team football here, which I'm sure that's the aim for each and every individual that's involved this evening. But if they didn't play here, they were given the tools to go on and have a career, and lots of successful careers in the Football League.
It's what the Everton Academy does best, isn't it? If we don't provide footballers for Everton, we provide football careers for young players.
I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Darren. I've obviously got a massive level of bias, but I've said it more than once that yes, Everton's academy, their primary objective is to provide players for the first team. But if the players don't necessarily get opportunity or meet those levels that are required, then it also provides these young players with the tools and the wherewithal to go and have careers in the Football League.
Well, it's the first game at Goodison Park as a coach, of course, for Leighton Baines, but we caught up a few moments ago with his assistant. This is Kieran Driscoll's take on tonight's FA Youth Cup game against Reading. Kieran, what are you expecting tonight from Reading?
Yeah, we're expecting a really tough test. Reading as an academy and as a club have always had really strong teams and produced a lot of individuals from their academy over the years, so we're expecting a really tough test. We've done our homework and we've watched the last couple of games, and we know that tonight's not going to be easy. It's going to be a difficult game for us, so we've got to make sure that we perform to the best of our abilities if we want to progress to the next round.
The boys should be full of confidence, shouldn't they? A great win against Liverpool and a good win against Derby County ahead of this time.
Yeah, the last 2 performances we've been really pleased with. It's something we've been working on, and a lot of the things that we have been trying to enhance in our performances, we felt we got a lot more of them outcomes in them 2 games. So yeah, like with anything, them two performances and 2 victories have certainly given the lads a lot of confidence, and it's been a good week.
Some of your young boys will be playing at Goodison Park, sampling Goodison Park for the very first time. What's the message to them? Is it the old-fashioned play the game and not the occasion, which is easier said than done, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Look, it's a fantastic opportunity for these young boys. A lot of them have been at the academy for a number of years and will have had aspirations of being able to progress to this stage and have an opportunity to play at Goodison Park. So a great moment for these young lads to go and sample a game on the first team pitch, but obviously an opportunity for them that they've been waiting for a long time, but one that they need to make sure that they channel them nervous energies into something positive.
How much emphasis do yourself and Leighton and the academy coaching staff place on the FA Youth Cups? Because it's a prestigious competition, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a really important part of the games programme, so we try as an academy to give the boys as many experiences as we can do, and the FA Youth Cup gives them opportunities and experiences that we can't replicate on a week-to-week basis in the games programme. So it's a really important part of the games programme, but it's a part of the journey and obviously fits into the bigger picture of what we're aiming for, is to give them as many opportunities and to go and have a career in the professional game.
And if you do have a good run in the FA Youth Cup, I know and you know that it raises the profile of the players. The supporters all of a sudden start to recognise the names.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives an opportunity. We want to do well in every competition that we take part in, and this is no different. So the aim is to try and get to as many games as we can do in this competition and progress as far as we can do, and ultimately give the boys an experience. But hopefully tonight, if there's some supporters in the stadium, they'll get an opportunity to see some of the talent that's coming through the academy.
Just finally, Kieran, some of your lads who are in the squad tonight have played for the 21s this season. Yeah. Are they the players that you're looking to impose themselves on the game?
Yeah, I think we want every player to impose themselves and bring their own personality into the game in their own individual way. But there's obviously a lot of players that have had an opportunity to be stretched and train and play regularly with the under-21s. A lot of them players will have had experience previously of playing at the stadium, playing in the FA Youth Cup. So certainly we'll be looking for some of the more senior players in the group to lead by example and set the tone for the rest to follow.
It's a big night for us all, Kieran. Thanks for speaking to us and good luck.
Thank you.
Welcome to Goodison Park FA Youth Cup third round action tonight. Everton against Reading. Kieran Driscoll there just giving his views on the game, and as he freely admits, it's a massive occasion for these young players, and I'm delighted that my co-commentator this evening is Peter Clark, who's played here many times for Everton Football Club, but every level, Clark, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to play couple of schoolboy games here, youth team games, youth cup games, which were always special occasions. Thoroughly enjoyed those. So did, I speak for the players I played with. They thoroughly enjoyed them, and then in those days there were reserve games here as well.
Of course, England under-21s.
My last appearance for England under-21s came here. We played the Portuguese side, which was blessed with copious amounts of talent, to be honest with you, that evening.
Who was alongside you in the England squad for that game?
Franny Jeffers was in the group. He played up front with Shola Aniobi and Jermaine Defoe. With Paul Konchesky at full back. Chris Kirkland was a keeper. I think he was actually injured he got injured that day, and Lee Grant played.
So first smattering of players went through England under-21s to have good professional careers, which is not always the case, is it?
No, not always the case. You would like to think when you get to under-21 level with the national sides that most of those players are going to go on and have good football careers, club careers, and some also went on and had excellent international careers as well.
There's no guarantees, Peter, is there? Even though you're playing for England under-21, so clearly you're amongst the best, amongst the elite for your age group, you cannot take your foot off the gas, can you? There's still a long way to go.
No. Every day, I suppose these boys perhaps aren't just aware of it yet, but I think in professional football, every day you're on trial. Every day you've got to be able to work to your maximum, give of your best. And you're constantly watched, constantly scrutinised. That's just the way it is, I suppose. But like you say, if the foot comes off the gas slightly at any point, you can quickly get left behind.
It's a great line that, you're on trial every single day. Well, we await the arrival of the players. It will be a special moment for the young boys. And right on cue, I was just about to say, when they walk out to Z-Cars. There's your Everton side. Seb Jensen in goal. Roman Dixon, who played here at Goodison Park for the 21s against Mansfield recently in the Papa John's. Jack Butler, Jack Teeney, massive Evertonian, still a season ticket holder. Ishi Samuel Smith has been on the bench for the first team in the EFL Cup defeat to Bournemouth. Jack Patterson, Owen Barker, Matty Abder, Francis Okoronkwo, Khalid Jankpata and Kobe Abire. And the manager for the first time at Goodison Park is Leighton Baines, so it's a big night for him as well as the players line up. Reading, of course, in the garish away strip. Is that really very, very pale pink with a bright pink hoop and bright pink sleeves?
It appears so, Darren. Very, very strange number, shall we say?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Big night for Reading, of course, as well. They will want to put on a show. It's an opportunity for them to come to Goodison Park. There's their team. Play the game and not the occasion, I suppose, isn't it, Pete, when you get to this stage?
Yeah, obviously it's fantastic to be playing on such a historic ground. It's the aim of every player, I suppose, that comes into the academy, no matter their age. So to play here in a youth cup game or any sort of fixtures, a real occasion. But as you mentioned there, Darren, to play the game, not the occasion.
Absolutely. I mean, you can forgive these boys, can't you, for the first few minutes of looking around the stand, maybe looking for a member of the family in the upper Bullens behind us, or looking at the Gladys Street, and even though it's empty, thinking, I'd love to score at that end.
As you say, it's human nature, I think, for a young player, a young footballer, and certainly want this football club to look around the surroundings. As you say, you look across at the Gladys Street, and who wouldn't want to score in front of the Gladys Street?
Did you have a manager?
I scored a penalty at the Park End.
That'll do. That'll do. That's what every young boy who supports Everton dreams of, slotting the ball into the back of the net at Goodison Park. Nearly ready to get underway. Prestigious competition, the FA Youth Cup. Everton have won the competition 3 times, most recently 1998. There's Leighton Baines sitting in the dugout at Goodison Park for a competitive fixture. For the first time, Kieran Driscoll alongside him, and the plethora of substitutes who will be desperate to get on. And your perfect scenario, Clarkie, is let's get a comfortable lead and give the kids a game.
Yeah, like you say, an ideal situation would be to start the game well, get ourselves in front, and then you're able to give appearances to some of the lads that are sat there on the bench itching to get on and make their presence felt.
Throw in for Everton that Jack Butler will take. A great deal of movement ahead of him. And Patter drops in short. It's cleared away by Riley Campbell, and it'll be another throw in for Everton. Cold day here on Merseyside. We even had snow this afternoon. It's a risky ball by Jack Patter across the edge of the penalty area, and Reading pick it up, and eventually Jack Teeney has to tidy it up for Everton. But I'm not sure what Jack Patter's got the captain's armband tonight. I'm not sure he was doing what he was doing there, Peter. I don't think Jack Turney will thank him.
No, I'm sure Jack won't thank him at all. You know, it was thrown down the line, and it was a strange decision to play it right across the face of his own goal. Jack Turney was certainly under pressure there, with players looking for that sort of a ball and to press it as soon as the opportunity came.
Headed into the air by Harry Furlong. On the turn, Jack Butler. He's past Jack Butler. Gets a low cross in towards the penalty area. Nobody there for Reading. It's a good challenge by Owen Barker, who played for the 21s against Birmingham City last weekend. Here's Roman Dixon. He's quick down that right hand side for Leighton Baines' side. Nice little flick in field to
Matty Apter, good ball to Wakaronko. Now can he find the penalty area? He can, but it's tidied up by Reading. And he can bring it away.
I'd love to have seen Francis Wakaronko there. Just commit players, drive into the box and commit a defender. Once you're defending in your own box, it becomes very difficult. You know, you've got to time a challenge really well. I'd like to see him, when he gets in those positions, really commit players.
As we said earlier, Peter, it'll take players a little bit of time to settle into the game tonight, won't it?
Yeah, of course it will. It's you know, for lots of the players out there, it's probably the first occasion playing on such a ground, and to be playing here, they're probably going to take a few minutes to get used to things, and I suppose it's only human nature that they have some nerves.
Wakaronko inside the penalty area. He has scored at Goodison Park in the FA Youth Cup. Squeezes it back to Jan Patter, and Jan Patter shoots and forces the first save of the evening for 17-year-old Reading goalkeeper Thomas Norcott. But first attempt on goal goes Everton's way.
Yeah, no, the lads have started brightly. They've
Ball clearance again, and Jan Patter on that occasion just couldn't get hold of it.
Just a little heavy touch, but we're playing in an area of the pitch that we should certainly be happy with. Yes, they might have the ball, but at the minute we're controlling them out of possession.
Yeah, nice little bright start for Everton. Riley Campbell finds Abraham Kanu. Back to Norcott again. Bowcroft. Reading work it nicely. Caelan Vickers. Marsman flagging for a free kick. Referee waves the advantage. Harry Furlong again gets the ball into the penalty area, flicked across the face of the goal, and Roman Dixon grateful to clear it, but picked up by Shea Spencer for Reading. Giving it as good as they get in the opening stages, the Royals. Campbell to Nditi. Campbell again, sloppy, and Everton win it back. Kobe Abiri, first chance he's had to run at the full-back, and he likes nothing better. There he goes, he's a quick, powerful player. Down this left-hand side, Kobe Abiri, still going. Can he get the ball into the penalty area? He's won a corner, and he's got Everton 70 or 80 yards up the pitch. Excellent wing play.
Fantastic wing play, Darren. Like you say, he's picked the ball up in his own half. Quick, direct play. He's committed defenders, and he's got a corner. You know, just looking back at it here, he's travelled, like you say, probably 50, 60 yards. Committed players, and got us a corner, which, with good delivery, I'd like to see us put them under pressure now.
Everyone playing it short. After. When short corners don't come off, they look awful, don't they?
Yeah, they don't look particularly clever.
No.
Sometimes when they're worked on and they come off on the training ground, great. When they come off in matches, brilliant. But you know, early part of the game, less than 5 minutes in, I'd like to have seen us make them defend things.
Yes, definitely. Matty Apter and Owen Barker won't enjoy watching that later on. Patterson, good ball. Kobe Abiri. He's going to be a regular outlet. Jan Patter is offside. But lively tempo to the game, Peter, in the opening 5 minutes.
Yeah, certainly is. Great to see. You know, we've mentioned players maybe having nerves and so on and so forth. I think if they have, they've probably quite settled quite early in the game.
Thomas Norcott will take this goal kick for Reading. Free kick rather for Reading. Straight down the middle. So Tierney tidies up again. Here's Samuel Smith. Patterson. Good ball. Roman Dixon pushes it forward and chases after it. Away he goes. They're not catching him either. Roman Dixon, it's a great run by him. Good ball into the penalty area. Cleared away by Abraham Kanu. But I'll tell you what, Pete, down the left and down the right, we've got some pace, haven't we?
Certainly have. I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing the early part of the game. We're getting it wide. We're feeding the outlets that are out there. Like you say, Roman Dixon again picks it up in his own half, drives on, commits players, and gets across into the box. On the other side, Kobe Abiri done likewise. Both won corners.
And comes the corner, and it's Kobe Abiri who headed it, but he sliced it wide. Samuel Smith, Patterson looking for Owen Barker. That'll be another corner, again on the right hand side for Everton. It just shows you, when you've got a corner kick, just get the ball in the box.
Yeah, I think, like you say, maybe in the academies and in the youth teams, they're not necessarily always aware of how to defend corners properly, ready to defend corners properly, as they're still young players they're developing.
In comes the corner kick. Into the box it goes. Okoronkwo climbs. Oh, it's a very good save. Well, from where Peter Clark and I are sitting, that had goal written all over it. It was well directed by Okoronkwo, but credit to Thomas Norcott. He got across to his left-hand side and pushed it away.
No, Okoronkwo there, he's done everything you would possibly want him to do. It's come in, he's towered above his defender, headed it back in the direction it's come from. Like I say, great save from the goalkeeper.
It's a deeper corner. Samuel Smith keeps it in. Travelled with the first team to Bournemouth. Samuel Smith, had he got on, he would have been the youngest player in Everton's history, but unfortunately the EFL Cup tie at Bournemouth was no night to throw on 16-year-old players. I was just waiting for the net to buzz there, were you, when it was directed towards the left-hand side of the goal?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether people might have heard me. I was saying my first thought when he headed it, the direction of it, was that it got the keeper beaten, but like you say, he did well, he got across and pushed it wide.
Samuel Smith, Jan Patter, Zattini, Dixon. Everton just couldn't get a grip of the ball in midfield. Jack Butler puts the foot in, but the referee brings it back for the earlier infringement. 0-0 at Goodison Park, 8.5 minutes, 8.5 lively minutes.
Yeah, you're right, Darren, it's been good. But good from both teams.
Yes, it has, yeah. Owen Barker, live wire, intercepts it, skips past one challenge, slides it into the channel. Okoronkwo against Abraham Kanu. Neither of them can keep it in. It'll be a throw in for Reading over on the far side. While the ball's out of play, Peter, Oldham Athletic these days for you. How are our pals Unzi, John Ebrell and Franny?
Yeah, you know, as you say, people that are well acquainted with the football club and that supporters will know. It's tough at the minute.
Yeah, it is.
Make no bones about it. It's tough, it's testing, but you know, tough times don't last. Tough people do, and I'm sure with their knowledge, their know-how, and also the players that have come in or are coming in, performances have improved. Results not quite so, but I think it's only a matter of time before those results do couple with performances.
That's the main thing, isn't it? Your performances are heading in the right direction.
Yeah, you know, it's a results-based business. At the minute, those results aren't just as we'd like, but if you look at things objectively and weigh up the performances, they're positive, and if they keep carrying on in that vein, then results will come.
Yeah. We wish Unzi and John Ebrell and Franny all the very best at Oldham Athletic. Here's Ishi Samuel Smith. Headed into the air by Bowcroft. Picked up by Matty Apton. Now can he get the ball into the penalty area? Yes, he can. Scrambled away by Kanu. Picked up by Kobe Abire. Can't get a shot away. Jack Butler to Jan Patter. A bit of panic there in the Reading rear guard. Owen Barker almost slipped it in around the back, and tell you what, you can't take your eyes off this one. Here comes Vickers. Jack Tierney is in the right position at the right time again. Ishi Samuel Smith. Butler. Kobe Abire. He's going to give this fullback a torrid time. It's a heavy touch. He just managed to keep it in. But he's such an outlet with his power and his pace, Peter, isn't he?
He is. You know, to have that in your side, and you know that he's, listen, we're only 10 minutes in, 11 minutes in, that he's got the beating of his fullback. I want to see the lads get it out to him as regularly as they possibly can do, and then he can go and commit the fullback, make him defend.
Barker finds a gap, runs into it, cross is deflected, headed away. Samuel Smith to Apter. to Jack Taney again. Butler. Hacked away by Boyd Bowcroft. All the way through to Seb Jensen. Nice passing football from Everton, Pete.
Yeah, there's been some really nice passages of play. The lads look really comfortable on the ball, not forcing things, not making silly passes. They're moving the ball quickly, the speed of the ball, I mean.
Yep.
They're passing on that time to the teammate, which is excellent. They should be really pleased with how they've started the game.
12.5 minutes approaching. We wait the first goal. Francis Okoronkwo with a towering header. Very well saved by Thomas Norcott. Here's Carnu. Chance here for Reading. Shooting opportunity, takes a deflection, takes the sting out of it. And Seb Jensen smothers it. But just a reminder from Reading that we're still here.
Yeah, definitely. They've showed some good parts and glimpses. And as you say, they're reminding us that they're here not just to make up the numbers, but they want to be competitive and show their worth.
Owen Barker. Samuel Smith spots Apter in space, but overhits the pass. And the ball drifts out of play for the throw-in on the far side for Reading.
It is. It's not a bad ball from Ishi Samuel Smith, and if he was just slightly wider in receiving the ball, he perhaps have been able to take that down, and then other options, passing options, open up for him, who could commit defenders and run at them in that wide area over there.
Like a foul throw to me, that.
Very much so.
I'd often see those. Here's Barker, seen a lot of the ball in these early exchanges. Samuel Smith wants to look forward, get on the ball and play it forward. Butler. Jan Patter back to Jan Patter again, but Reading will see that out of play, although Campbell had to keep it alive. There's Carnu, runs into a bit of a cul-de-sac, but again the referee's seen an earlier infringement and gives Reading the free kick.
The reaction from the lads there when they lost possession was excellent.
Yeah,
I know he's given a free kick, the referee, but no disappointment. Their initial reaction was to get the ball back as soon as possible, which is fantastic.
It's what Leighton Baines will want, isn't it?
Of course he will. He'll want, the lads to enjoy possession and make it very uncomfortable for Reading when they've got the ball.
Vickers. Furlong looks for Vickers again, and he gets there. Sliding challenge comes in from Jan Patter, and it'll be a throw-in for the men in pink on this right-hand side, Gladys Street end. Zion Nditi drops it in short to Campbell. Challenge from Matty Apter. Waits for the challenge, gets the free kick.
Clever play that from Matty Apter. Knew he didn't really have anywhere to go. Bit of a dead end, but knew there was contact coming, took the contact, and down he went and gets a free kick, and we're back in possession and playing again.
They almost make a mess of it. The goalkeeper has to head it away, and Patterson's there. And give it away again. Jack Butler trying to win it back from Harry Furlong, gives away a free kick, and well, from saying that Leighton Baines will be pretty pleased, he will be pretty furious with that passage of play.
He will. The young players trying to play the right way, making honest mistakes, and that will happen. That's part of their development. There's sometimes you think you've got to be careful the area of the pitch that you're playing and the risks that you do take. You don't want to unnecessarily give an opposition a lift when, in the grand scheme of things, they're in the game, but at the moment we're, I would say, in control of proceedings.
Ian Vickers curls it in, punched away by Jensen, good decision, and volleyed away by Owen Barker, but Reading will come again. Kyle Daniel Spray gets it back off Shea Spencer. Daniel Spray again, good foot in from Patterson. Apps is there. Into the channel for Okoronkwo to run onto. Abraham Kanu for company. The referee spotted what we saw, his shirt pulled off. It's a free kick in a good position on the right hand side for Everton.
He's complaining. I have no idea why. He's nearly taken his shirt over his head there.
Yeah.
So
you could see that from here, couldn't you?
yeah, strange the young man's thought process there from Reading.
Here we go. Ishi Samuel-Smith is forward. Jack Tierney as well. Ball will come in from this right hand side into the danger zone. Big Kobe Abire's in there as well. Needs a good delivery. Gets it into the penalty area. Dealt with well by Abraham Kanu, but nothing wrong with the delivery, Peter.
No, the delivery was good. Whipped across, and if anything, the only thing that the young players could have done better was to perhaps get across the defender Abraham Kanu and maybe get a glancing header on it, but we've got a corner as well out of it, so building pressure.
Good delivery. And again, Kanu is first to it. Apter can't win it. Patterson will go for it. Beaten to the ball by Joseph Barrow. Chance for Reading to counter. To check and decide to build from the back. Here's Bowcroft. Campbell on a run down this right hand side. Jack Butler though has it under control, gives it to Ishi Samuel-Smith. Good composure by him. And Everton played their way out of trouble really well. Kobe Abire gets a turn on the fullback, on the centre half, who has to foul him. He's going to cause them no end of trouble this evening.
Certainly is. Less than 20 minutes in, and the
yellow card.
Boyd Beecroft, he's earned himself a booking, so he's going to have to tread really carefully throughout the rest of the game now.
That's what you want, isn't it, inside the opening 20 minutes? One of your opposing defenders to see yellow.
Of course it is. He gets hold of it well here, rolls him, and I think again Kobe Abire's proven a real thorn in Reading's side.
Barker to Tierney. Samuel-Smith. That time Kobe Abire is dispossessed. Good play again by Kobe Abire. Look at that, he's away from two of them. Inside the penalty area, Okoronkwo can't get a shot away. Owen Barker can't. Can Jang Pata? Can he hit the target? Trying to dribble his way through, and it's a cul-de-sac of pink shirts. Owen Barker on the volley. Comfortable save for the goalkeeper. I'll tell you what, we're both loving watching Kobe Abire here, aren't we?
It's a pleasure to watch, to be honest, Darren. He gets the ball, he knows, I like to think he knows he's got the beating of the full-back. He's strong, he's aggressive in his play, he commits him, he wants to run forward with and without the ball and commit players, which is a joy to watch.
He's an Adama Traore type lineman, isn't he? Strong, powerful and quick.
Yeah. It's
Dixon, he's quick as well, and it's yet another corner for Everton.
Very building pressure, but like you say, Kobe Abire is not quite as sizable as Adama Traore. Not yet, at least, anyway.
Nor is anybody.
But he's probably not the most conventional wide player in that he's very direct. He's quick. He's powerful. He's very athletic.
He backs himself, doesn't he, to beat the fullback?
He does, a fantastic description of it. He backs himself, and that's the confidence the young man has, which is brilliant to see.
Another good corner. Again, it's dealt with by the Reading defence, who you have to say have defended very well from these set pieces. Patterson just about keeps possession, and he goes for goal, Patterson, and he wasn't far away. Good play by the young midfield player there, Jack Patterson. Made half a yard for himself, and maybe the keeper had it covered, maybe the keeper was worried, but it wasn't too far away.
I definitely think he was worried. He flies across, and I think it's only
he was worried
as it goes over the top that he realises it's not on the target. But no, good play again from Jack Patterson. Worked himself a shooting opportunity. He's back on the ball again now.
Yeah, he's everywhere. It's a good pass. Barker feeds it wide to Apter. Apter inside the penalty area. Oh, it's a save by the goalkeeper. Okoronkwo thought he'd open the scoring, so did I. And Okoronkwo, for the second time in the game, is denied by Thomas Norcott. And again, I was waiting for the net to bulge.
Yeah, good play out on the right hand side. First time delivery. Just gets across his man.
Was it the defender or the goalkeeper?
I think it was the goalkeeper, Darren, but I'm not sure whether it be him or the defender. I'm not sure how much they actually know about it.
Be the centre half who's got in there, but anyway, Everton have got a free kick in a good position again.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you're on top, you've got to score, haven't you?
Definitely. You know, whatever level of football it's at, be it, you know, amateur, semi-pro, youth football, reserve, first team, you've got to score when you're on top. It's
and Everton have done just that. Right on cue, Francis Okoronkwo. He's been denied twice. He hasn't been denied a third time. It was a great delivery again. And Francis Okoronkwo was the man on the spot inside the penalty area, and he puts Everton ahead. Right on cue, Pete.
It was. Delivery, as throughout, with corners and wide free kicks, has been first class. And Francis Okoronkwo, he's ghosted in there, unmarked.
Yeah.
The biggest player on the pitch. How he's unmarked is beyond me, but great forward play. Delivery's fantastic. And as we alluded to before, scoring on top, when you are on top, is absolutely vital. Now, it gives the boys a lead to defend, but with that, Reading now, their game plan probably has to change. They may open up a little bit more, and with that, it might suit Everton, play into our hands, and with that, you know, we might go on and get some more goals.
The delivery from wide positions has been top drawer, hasn't it?
It's been excellent. I'm sure the fella out across the other side in the dugout there will be well pleased with the set piece delivery, and he was someone who could obviously deliver balls where was required on a regular basis.
There weren't many better than Leighton Baines, were there?
No, he was terrific. He's I think, and it's probably not used for right-footed players, certainly for left-footed players, and Leighton's one of those. His left foot was a wand.
Absolutely. Here's Butler, Kobe Abire. On that occasion, doesn't get past his defender, and I think that we've got away with one there, because the Reading member of staff to our right, and apologies if any bad language came down the microphone. Throw in for the Toffees. Towards Okoronkwo.
That's handball.
Yeah. Linesman was flagging. Everton play on. Matty Apter wasn't far away. Well, it was well spotted by Peter Clark, the handball straight away. I think the linesman spotted it as well, but it was a reasonable advantage to play, wasn't it?
It was, you're right, Darren. Okoronkwo, really good forward play. Made it very, very difficult for Abraham Kanu. Like I say, looked like handball in the build-up to it. But again, no disappointment from the young man. Francis just gets on with things, slides the ball across, and the shot goes just past the outside of the post.
Could have had three, couldn't he, so far?
Yeah, it would have been it would have been a fair reflection on things that it could have been 2 or 3. You know, the lads are doing well. They're really positive in the play. They're on top. We scored while we're on top, which is important. You know, and to get another one would be great.
Yeah. Here's Ishi Samuel Smith. Such an assurance for one so young, Ishi Samuel Smith, and that's why he was rewarded with a place on the bench in the EFL Cup tie. Here's Kobe Abire. That's how he lays it off to Butler. Butler to Anujang Pata.
Great ball.
Lovely ball. Perfectly weighted on the far side. Well collected as well. Look at Roma Dixon busting a gut to get forward. Barker brings it in field. Runs into the gap. Barker, can he find Okoronkwo? No, he can't. Cleared away. But it's all Everton at the moment. Roman Dixon back to Apter. The impression that the Blues are starting to enjoy themselves here. That'll be yet another corner.
Yeah. Fantastic overlapping run from Roman Dixon on the far side there. So unselfish. He goes round his wide player, creates the space for him, and he's able to come inside. And it's only some last-ditch defending that they block the cross and are able to clear it.
He seems to be in the groove tonight. Owen Barker over on that right-hand side, and it'll be him who takes the corner. He's got 1 assist to his name already. He could have had a couple. Again, the centre halves are forward, and again it's a great delivery.
There you go.
And again it's a goal, and this time it's Khalid Jangpata. And Reading just can't cope with these balls inside the penalty area from Owen Barker. It's a second assist for Barker. Khalid Jangpata is on the mark, and Everton lead by 2-0.
Brilliant. Nothing less than they deserve. The goals have come from 2 set pieces, but no matter how they come, we're in the ascendancy. We scored while we're on top. Delivery from Owen Barker has been top draw, and Jangpata nice and aggressive in attacking the ball there. He's left unmarked again. You know, to me, really strange.
Poor goal to concede, Pete, again, isn't it?
From a defensive point of view, it's terrible. No one gets contact on him. He has a free run, free header, great placement with it. He's nice and aggressive in his play and deserves his goal.
Nothing the goalkeeper could do again, Thomas Norcott. And the Reading goalkeeper will be somewhat displeased at the marking in front of him. And Everton now have a little bit of daylight between ourselves and Reading. Everton saw off Fulham and Sheffield United, both at Goodison in last season's FA Youth Cup, before coming a cropper at Manchester United. And ironically, Manchester United also knocked Reading out last season on their way to winning the FA Youth Cup final. Now the chance for Everton to break again. Khalid Jangpata, Okaronko was off on a run. Jangpata finds Roman Dixon. Dixon forward towards Harry Apter. Harry Apter takes it in his stride, pulls it back to Owen Barker, and it's Owen Barker's first mistake of the night, and he's got his head in his hand, and I don't blame him. And again, another chance goes begging, but Owen Barker, who's been so true, so accurate, so impressive, so classy with his deliveries from wide positions, fluffed his lines when he had an opening of his own. Dixon, Barker. Ironic that he should be the player to slice his kick there, Pete.
Yeah, like you say, his performance up until his performance has been first class. Not just his set piece delivery, his all round play, his link up play on that far side with Roman Dixon's been really good. Fantastic. Really enjoying watching the two of them combine, and they're terrorising him down that right hand side. Yeah, okay, he miscued his shot slightly, but that happens every single week. It happens in the Premier League,
his head
the
in his
Football
hand
League.
straight away.
Yeah, but
it's happened in the World Cup.
Of course it has. He doesn't need to be too disappointed with himself. He should be really pleased with how he's performing.
He's been excellent. 2 assists, and as we say, he could have had more.
Yeah, definitely.
Here's Carno. Oh, Carno runs into trouble. Kobe Abida. Oh, what's the linesman flagging for there?
I think the full
free kick. Can't be offside, can he? Surely. Oh, second phase.
I'm not sure what the second phase and this and that and the next thing.
Oh, right.
I wonder if the
maybe.
defender over there plays him on though. But maybe not. Maybe not. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
It could actually be a good decision by the assistant referee over on the far side.
Yeah. But good pressing from the lads. Between them, Okaronko and Owen Barker, they've really had a fantastic first half an hour to the game. Looks like a foul to me as well on him.
Barker looked like he was pulled back there. Owen Barker certainly thought he was, but the man who matters didn't. Wave play on. And if Everton can get a third before half time, it's pretty much game, set and match, you would think.
You would like to think so. Never quite that simple, but if they were to go and get another one before half time, I would think that there's very little chance of Reading getting back into proceedings.
Jack Patterson, good ball. Roman Dixon takes it nicely. Oh, here we go again. Good football. Owen Barker will run at Carno. Barker, little check, needs a bit of support, gets it from Jan Patter. He takes a deflection and goes for another corner, but we look dangerous every time we get into the final third of the field, Pete.
Really dangerous. Owen Barker down that side there, committing defenders again. Didn't go on the outside, came back inside, and I think although he didn't touch the ball, the referee getting in the way of things actually benefited Reading. We've got a shot, another corner. The way the delivery has been through the first half hour, it's another real opportunity, especially with the way Reading are marking. That zonal setup leaves players free to get a run. I sometimes wonder at the wisdom of the zonal marking systems.
Patterson in, headed away. For me, the zonal marking, it gives defenders an excuse to say, well, he wasn't my man. Whereas
Wasn't
if,
me.
if you're man to man, you can just go, right, he's your guy. If he scores, it's your fault.
Yeah, these are young players. What a great tackle that is.
Challenge by Patterson. He's come off slightly second best, but he certainly wasn't going to lose the ball. And Kobe Abire is penalised. And
might be trouble here, Darren. He's already been booked. It's Boyd Beecroft, and I think he said something the referee's not happy with.
He's got to watch his step here. And I think the referee's just said, you're on your last warning once more, and you're gone. And I wouldn't be surprised if Reading substituted that young chap at half time. Foolish to give dissent when you've actually got the free kick.
Yeah, very, very strange. I hope the referee, he's given a couple of free kicks just in the last couple of minutes that have been really soft. I hope he doesn't get whistle happy and disrupt proceedings, because the flow of the game's fantastic. Here we go. That's a foul.
That's a yellow card as well.
Yeah,
it has to be. It's Abraham Kanu. It's Shea Spencer for Reading. He knew full well as soon as he pulled the shirt of Matty Apter he was going to get a yellow card, and they seem a little bit at 6s and 7s here, Reading, a little bit overawed by it all.
Yeah, I think credit where credit's due as well to the Everton team out there. They've been really good in possession, created opportunities, but I think they've been excellent out of possession as well, Darren. Winning the ball back quickly, applying pressure, making it very, very uncomfortable for Reading, and they're not dealing too well with things at this moment.
Rowan Dixon trying to break through on that occasion. Giscombe keeps it in on the far side, infield to Spencer. Spencer can only flick the ball out of play, and as Peter Clark mentioned, out of possession Everton's pressing has been excellent, forcing the errors, and Leighton Baines and Kieran Driscoll will be absolutely delighted with the opening 34.5 minutes.
And rightly so, they should be. The lads have done everything I'm sure that they've been working on the training ground, and carrying it out in such a setting is testament to the young men that are out there.
There's Leighton Baines barking some instructions. He won't settle for 2-0, that's for sure. Nditi plays it safely back to Norcott. Spencer. Beecroft. Abire says, I'll have that. Plays it in field to Matty Apter. Heavy first touch, good tackle though. Barker trying to create half a yard for himself and beats himself in the end. And Reading can bring it away. Giscombe slides it wide to this near side, but Butler's in like a flash. Great challenge. Kobe Abire picks it up for Everton. He'll go by himself, will he? He's got Okoronkwo in support, and eventually Kobe Abire, a little bit of inexperience, goes for the shot that probably wasn't on, but we'll forgive him that because he's been excellent as well.
Yeah, he's been really good, really positive performance.
For a corner.
Yeah, there must have been a block there, but really positive performance, attacking direct, excites me, good to watch.
Yeah.
But the team as a whole, when they lose possession, when the ball's there to be won, they've really competed brilliantly, to my way of thinking. Aggressive in challenges, firm but fair, and a really good representation, I believe, of the manager over there, certainly playing the game how he played it.
Another corner kick, this time from the left hand side. This time it's going to be Matty Apter's turn to get the ball into the box. And again, Reading zonal marking. Apter, Jatini almost got in there, hacked away. challenged by Patterson, nodded on by Barker. And the offside flag is up again, over on the far side. Friday evening on Merseyside. FA Youth Cup action at Goodison Park. Everton comfortable at the moment by 2-0. No game for Peter Clark tomorrow. Oldham Athletic play Sunday, don't they?
We do. We play Torquay, an important game. So I believe it's been deemed worthy of a television appointment.
But there you go.
That's the reason for it. We're on Sunday, so little strange a Friday evening not preparing for a game on a Saturday afternoon.
So you've got the Youth Cup tonight, the World Cup tomorrow, and then you've got a game yourself on the Sunday. Busy weekend.
It is, you're right. A feast of football, shall we say, Darren?
Yeah. On a night when Brazil have bowed out of the World Cup on penalties to Croatia. And it's opening up for either England or France, Peter, isn't it, really?
Like you say, I think we've got to be under no illusions that the game tomorrow evening's got to be a very, very tough one for England. France have got lots of good players, the current world champions, of course. But you know, I think the winner of that tie is going to stand a really good opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. Good challenge. Wins the ball. Matty Apter takes advantage. Strides forward, looks for Okoronkwo, but showed too much of it to Abraham Kanu.
No, it's not a foul.
He is penalised. We had a good conversation pre-match with one of your old coaches, Andy Holden, over in the Brian LeBeau Lounge, Pete, didn't we?
Yeah. It's a long while since I've seen Andy Holden. Taff.
Big Taff, as he's known to everyone in the game.
Yeah. Caught up on one or two things and reminisced on certain things as well.
Proper football man. Here comes Rowan Dixon for Everton. He's a great sight when he's in full flow. Again, he gets out and 50 yards up the pitch, the young right back. Here's Samuel Smith. Played by Jang Patter. Really good play by Halle Jang Patter, playing a captain's role tonight. Goes for goal and it slams into Boyd Beecroft. And Reading can clear their lines, but again, good positive play from Everton. Well done, Jack Teeney. Patterson lays it off to Apter. Apter's got Owen Barker wide, but he tries to cross it into the penalty area. And it's blocked by Shea Spencer. And Reading can bring it away. Barker again. Spencer's there again. Well, it's only 2-0, Peter. The message from the Reading coach will be, we are still in this game.
Yeah, of course. 2-0. It can be a strange sort of scoreline.
Yeah, it can, yeah.
You know, the team in the ascendancy can think, yeah, we're okay, we're in comfortable control. The team that are trailing, they're only a goal away from being right back in proceedings. So it allows the, sometimes a little complacency to set in and offers the team trailing the opportunity to always be in with a shout of being in the game. So another goal would be perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. When it's 2-0, it's a case of next goal. It could be game over or game on, couldn't it?
Certainly, yeah. I believe if we get the next goal, then it's game over, a done deal, and it could be a case of how many. But
can't afford to get sloppy though, can we?
No, that little pass inside there, just a little bit loose, a little bit lackluster.
Yeah.
We can't allow that to creep in. We've got to, it's part of their development again to make sure that they don't allow any sloppiness or complacency to creep into proceedings.
Match management, game management is all about. It's part of the development, isn't it?
It is, Darren. These things they're all opportunities for the young players to learn. With and without the ball, managing the game, managing various situations, and the minute Reading just getting a little bit of
there's NDT into the penalty area.
Say a little bit of a sniff that they're not out of the game.
Yeah. Just one or two passes going astray for Everton, but 4 minutes to go until half time, and Everton sitting pretty on a 2-goal lead. Francis Okoronkwo and Halle Jang Patter, the goal scorers. Owen Barker on both occasions with the assist. Everton just edging up the right hand side. Reading have lost their last 3 games in the Premier League Under-18 South Division. Ipswich, Swansea and Charlton Athletic have beaten them. Whereas Everton, Under-18s, beat Liverpool a couple of weeks ago, and then Derby County quite convincingly last time out. And they do look like a team full of confidence, especially this young man, Kobe Abiri. Jan Patter. Lots of coming together, I think the referee's saying there. Owen Barker and Kyle Daniel Spray both going for the ball, both colliding, both ending up on the floor. Reading give it away. Apter hangs the cross in the air. Kobe Abiri can't get a header on target, but he'll chase down the loose ball and he'll get there first as well.
Well, his reaction to that, not getting the initial header, was fantastic, and he goes and wins back possession, plays it back to Jack Butler, and his cross just drifts out on the far side.
Goal kick for Reading, a couple of minutes to go, plus whatever the fourth official adds on. Yeah, it was just a coming together, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good decision from the referee. Got to give credit where credit's due, Darren.
Yeah.
They get a lot of stick for for the decisions at times, so.
Long raking ball forward to Mobley in particular. Butler deals with it, picked up by Nditi. On this right hand side is Furlong. Good run this by Furlong, still going, gets a little nudge off Butler, and it was sufficient to make the referee give a decision, and you can see why it was given, can't you?
Yeah, definitely, Darren. Okay, he's fouled him on the edge of the box, but the long raking diagonal ball you talked about a few seconds ago, he was actually free to perhaps head the ball back to his goalkeeper, takes thing out the game. You know, we just mentioned that game management.
Yeah.
That sort of decision making there is the game management we're on about. And if he heads it back to his goalkeeper with 44 minutes on the clock, we're still in possession, we're still in control of proceedings. But now this is a real shooting opportunity right on the edge of the 18-yard box.
Harry Furlong has placed it. Riley Campbell's over it, but Furlong will go for goal here, surely, for Reading, and he just crashes it into the wall. And Francis Okoronkwo can clear his line, and it's well, squandered that by Reading, but it's recycled back into the penalty area again, and Harry Furlong will feel that he should have hit the target there.
Yeah, I think it's a better opportunity than he's actually realised. He's got the wrong side of young Jack Butler there. Jack's facing the wrong way, and he gets a good contact but misses the goal by quite a margin.
2 minutes of added time at the end of the first half, and that's a coach's nightmare, isn't it, conceding a goal in first half stoppage time, because Leighton will be thinking about his half-time team talk, and that would have changed it completely.
Oh yeah, should they have conceded then, it would have put a completely different complexion on Leighton's team talk, and thankfully for us it's gone into the wall. We've managed to see off the danger, and we're now into the added on period.
Leading by 2-0. Ishi Samuel-Smith. Butler. Kobe Abiri. The offside flag is up again. Just got to look along the line. Good charge by Jan Patter. Furlong clips it forward. In goes Patterson. Good win by him. And he carries the ball across the middle of the park, and that's just what Everton need. Just keep hold of the football. Roman Dixon into the channel to Okoronkwo. Back to Dixon. 45 seconds to go. And that's all Everton need to do. There's no need to go gung-ho and get the ball into the penalty area.
Well, this is sensible now. We've got control of the ball. We're in control of the game. We don't need to go and attack and put the ball at risk. Keep possession. referee blows the half-time whistle, and we go in at 2-0.
Here we go. Sensible. There's Ishi Samuel Smith. Peterson wanted it played into his feet, but Samuel Smith goes back to Jensen. Jensen knocks it forward long. Okoronkwo challenges. And there is the half-time whistle. And Everton are sitting pretty here at Goodison Park in the FA Youth Cup, leading by 2-0. And Peter Clark, that's a fair reflection of the first half, isn't it?
I think it's a really fair reflection, Darren. They've weighed up the opposition, shall we say. They've seen what Reading are about. They've controlled virtually the whole half, other than a few fleeting moments from Reading's point of view. It's a half that the young boys should be really pleased with, and I'm sure when they get inside, Leighton will be just as positive about the performances as they deserve him to be.
There you go, Everton 2, Reading 0 at half-time in the FA Youth Cup third round at Goodison Park. Myself, Peter Clark, will be back in about 13 minutes or so, but so far so good. Welcome back to Goodison Park for the second half here. The rain is pouring down at Goodison Park, and I can tell you, wherever you're watching around the world, the temperature has dropped quite alarmingly since the referee blew the half-time whistle. Myself and Peter Clark just chatting to a couple of Evertonians behind us here in the upper Bullens. We're on the middle gantry, and we started to feel the cold a wee bit, Pete, haven't we?
Yeah, I just said that. It's definitely thermals weather.
Patterson plays it back to Ishi Samuel-Smith. 2-0 Everton lead here at Goodison Park. But as we said towards the end of the first half, the Reading boys will feel they're still in with a shout while it's 2-0. Here comes Jang Pata to Okoronkwo, the scorer of the first Everton goal. Owen Barker. Oh, lovely play. Roman Dixon straight at the goalkeeper. What a goal that would have been. Apter keeps it alive. But Zion Nditi has it over on the far side, and what a start that would have been inside the opening 30 seconds. In fact, we'll wait for Peter Clark's views, because Everton are still on the offensive here with Ishi Samuel-Smith. Jang Pata. Patterson. Really are difficult conditions out there. Freezing rain at Goodison Park. What a goal that would have been, Pete.
Oh, Darren, they've taken the kick off, they've gone back, played it out down the left hand side, some good combination play. It's come across. Owen Barker on the edge of the box looks for all the world as if he's going to shoot. Clever back heel, and it slides in young Roman Dixon. And I think he's just, perhaps it's a full-back getting into a shooting sort of area that he's not necessarily used to. Hits it straight at the keeper. I think if he'd hit it low and hard across him, it could have been 3-0 and almost game over.
There's Spencer. Forward by Nditi. Samuel-Smith and Jattini collide when they didn't really need to collide. And Patterson is there to tidy up for Everton. Here's
No, the two young centre backs there, Jack Tierney and Ishi Samuel-Smith, they've been really good. It's they've both gone for the same ball there. Just a shout of a name, a little bit of communication from one to the other. Perhaps alleviates that issue. And the last thing we need is one or both of them getting an injury of some sort from just a lack of communication.
And they've both been so composed so far, haven't they, in the game?
Really composed, really strong in the defending. A real good foundation from the team to play from.
There's Owen Barker. Okoronkwo made an early run. Owen Barker didn't spot him.
He could have played him twice, to be fair.
Yeah.
You can see why Okoronkwo's frustrated that the ball was never realised.
Kobe Abiri. Past the full-back. Cross didn't match the approach play, but he really has got the skinning of the full-back over on that far side. He just can't live with his pace and power. And Harry Apter just a little bit too eager to get the ball off Harry Furlong. Gives away a free kick. But the service resumed at the start of the second half, Pete.
Yeah, definitely. They've come out, they're nice and bright. They've carried on from where they left off. Really positive in the play. And as you say, back on the attack, back dominating and controlling the game, which is fantastic to see.
There's Jensen for Everton, largely untroubled thus far. Butler, rain getting heavier and heavier here at Goodison Park. Vickers lets Campbell take over. Here's Barrow. Good challenge by Ishi Samuel-Smith. Oh, the referee!
No,
he took his time there. He
dropped his flag, but
sometimes they give themselves a bit of thinking time, but there was some delay there.
That's, to my way of thinking, Darren, that's excellent defending by Ishi Samuel-Smith, being congratulated, little high fives from his teammates. He's won the ball, he stepped out with it. Well, look at it again.
There we go.
Wins the ball cleanly.
Nothing wrong with that, is there? Just too strong for him, isn't he?
Too strong, great defensive play. And I have no idea that, the only poor decision there was the linesman not being able to keep hold of his flag.
His hands must be freezing. Free kick for Reading. And Everton have just got to stay compact here. Don't want to concede a goal and give Reading a spark. In it comes, headed away by Jan Patter. Here comes Patterson down this near side for Everton. Okaronko's in the middle. Sloppy ball. Spencer to Vickers. Now there's a spring in the Reading step. Furlong. Good play by Furlong. And he goes down and appeals for the penalty. Again, apologies. Any foul language came down the microphone. And that will be a free kick for Reading.
Think of the... Oh, that's not too clever.
No, that'll be a yellow card for Khalid Jang-Pata. First Everton yellow of the evening.
The
scrappy couple of minutes.
Yeah, the players haven't. The officials have dictated that Reading have got a little incentive, a little sniff. The poor decision by the linesman on the far side from Samuel Smith, good tackle, has then just disrupted the flow a little bit.
Yeah. Here come Reading again in DT. Not the worst ball in, but it's very well gathered by Sebastian Jensen.
Really well gathered.
Bright start.
Yeah, difficult delivery to take from the goalkeeper Jensen, but he picks it up. It's coming to him just on the half volley, which is there's no easy ball to deal with as a goalkeeper or any sort of an individual, but he collected it really well, really assured and an air of calmness about his goalkeeping.
Here's Apter, chance for Everton on the right hand side here. Harry Apter reaches the penalty area, pulls it back and wins a corner off Abraham Kanu. Reading's Academy Player of the Year last season, Abraham Kanu. But a nice swift counter-attack for Everton on this right-hand side. 51.5 minutes on the clock, and Everton still have the 2-goal cushion. Now Barker's delivery in the first half was excellent. Nothing wrong with that one either. Begging to be attacked.
Right in the middle of the 6-yard box.
Yeah.
It's fantastic delivery.
There goes Furlong down that right hand side. Nice early ball inside the penalty area, and it's volleyed wide by Joseph Barrow. But again, just a reminder, Peter, that still in this game and there's still a long way to go.
They are, as you say, they're still in the game. There's another 40 minutes or thereabouts to go. Joseph Barrow, he's got himself in a good position, but just a lack of calmness when he gets into a goal scoring area there. And
good early ball, wasn't it?
It was great early ball, inviting to be attacked from a forward player's point of view. As I say, just a lack of calmness from the young Reading striker.
Jensen plays it short to Samuel Smith. Good challenge by Butler. And Everton just managed to keep the ball. It's all a bit scrappy, it's all a bit pinballish, but great play by Apter. He sorted out really well. Good authoritative midfield play by Harry Apter. Gives it to Owen Barker. Barker uses Apter by not using him. Brings it across the middle, but on that occasion the flick was never likely to reach Harry Apter, and Reading can bring it away. Tierney. The flag's up for offside.
Yeah, terrific midfield play there by Matty Apter. Once he'd fed it wide to Owen Barker, I'd like to have let him, seen him leave the wide player to it, let him go and attack the fullback. Yeah. He's had the beating of him for the first 45 minutes of the game, and he just kind of took up the space that Barker would want to run into.
Reading have possession. Jack Butler could well be the second Everton player to have his name taken here. The referee will certainly want a strong word with Butler. Came in on the wrong side of Harry Furlong, and the referee indeed will have a word with Butler as he gone for his pocket. It wasn't a good challenge, was it? In fairness, and he is going to be yellow carded. Jack Butler.
No, as you say, Dan, not the best of tackles, but you know, he's fully committed in his play, and when players are like that, they sometimes run the risk of picking up cautions. You know, he certainly doesn't want to be beaten easily by his wide player, and you know, can never fault anyone for their willingness, their application, and as defenders they do pick up bookings. It's a hazard of the job, I suppose.
Reading are poised to make a couple of changes over on the far side. Shea Spencer is off. Taylor Harris is on. And Joseph Barrow has been withdrawn as well. And he's replaced by Aston Griever. Well, he gave it 10 minutes.
Yeah, we said that if there weren't changes at half time, we didn't think we'd have to wait too much longer.
Thomas Norcott will go straight to Roman Dixon, but he can't find Barker. Barker will try and keep it in play on the far side, but Kano just shepherds the ball out safely. .56 minutes on the clock. Goodison flicked on by Griever, the substitute, cleared by Jack Tierney. Owen Barker to Ishi Samuel Smith. Reverse pass to Tierney. He plays it forward to Apter. Nice little flick from Apter. Starting to control things in the middle there is Matty Apter, but there's no way out for Roman Dixon. That's a great challenge by Dixon. Good strength in there. Then goes Harry Apter. Well, go on. No quarter Arsenal given at the moment, Peter. You'd love to be out there, wouldn't you?
Brilliant, Darren. Yeah, great stuff. You know, when I look at the team and I look back to the youth team and I played in, you know, when the going got tough, there were players out there who were only too willing to battle and scrap and do all the ugly, horrible things that were required, put their foot in, and you know, that can sometimes be as important and lift the team and lift the support as much as a wonderful piece of skill.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, especially here at Goodison Park, they love a tackle. Actually, Samuel Smith almost runs into trouble. That'll be a throw-in over on the far side.
Yeah, as you say, Darren, the supporters here are fantastic. The backing they give to the team is second to none. And, you know, as you say, if players give their all and their application and their competitiveness is there for all to see, it can take them a long way, and supporters can they are endeared by that and can really take to individuals because of that.
Good play by Barker. Apter picks out Ishi Samuel Smith. Butler to Jan Patter, the two Everton players on yellow cards. Nice play from Everton. Dixon back to Tierney. Patterson. Samuel Smith again. Everton spreading the play from right to left to good effect. Ibiri drills it across the goal. No danger for Reading on that occasion. And his opposite number, Giscombe, will pick it up. Roman Dixon stands in his way and he's not going to let him past. Well done. Good play, Roman Dixon. Corner kick, Everton.
Brilliant play. You know, from the initial part of the attack, composed play, calmness about the play, keeping possession of the ball, work it out from this right side to the far side, crossing from the left. And although it's not got an attacker in there who's got on the end of it in the middle of the box, the lads have kept it alive or well out on this far right hand side.
Well, already, there's a yellow card for Zion Nditi. I'm not sure quite why. Something he said, maybe.
Not sure whether it was something he said or he wasn't happy with the way the ball had been placed in or around the quadrant. But
this game doesn't merit 5 yellow cards, does it?
no, it's been a competitive game, which
you want.
Which of course you want, Darren. It's the way the game should be played. Competitive, hard, but fair. I wouldn't say there's any malice in the game.
No, not at all. It's only Giscombe it is who's getting treatment. Well, we've had Brazil against Croatia earlier on, Pete. We've got Argentina against Holland, and the chairman's messaged me to say this is the game of the day. Everton against Reading in the FA Youth Cup.
Well, I don't disagree with him. You know, we're fortunate enough to be here, looking at the promising young players that are working towards hopefully being in the or around the first team in years to come.
Here's Abire. Can he get a shot away? Abire works it onto his left foot, and it'll be another corner from the left-hand side. And another great friend of Everton Football Club, Will Hanrahan, good friend of mine, is also watching and enjoying the coverage. He's certainly enjoying watching Leighton Baines having an influence on the young players, which he clearly is. We just need another goal to put it to bed, don't we?
Another goal would be perfect, Darren. As we mentioned before, if we got the third, the game would be, I believe, over and done with.
Yeah.
And I think the players have played with freedom, but I'd love to see how they played from a position when they're 3-0 up and the game's won. In terms of the well played, in terms of not only the
Patterson's in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, looks like he's always holding his knee.
Yeah, hopefully that's one that just stings and then you can run it off, and there you go, he's back on his feet, and look at the desire to get back. It's off your camera, but Jack Patterson went down, and just for a second I thought he was in a little bit of trouble, but he quickly got to his feet with a grimace. He dashed back to get into position, and that's the commitment that Leighton Baines will fully expect from his players.
Yeah, that to me is a prerequisite of this football club, a determination, a desire, a willingness to work.
Now then, Okoronkwo times his run, appeals for offside, or waved away. Francis Okoronkwo to put the game to bed. He's pulled it wide. It was a good run, he just arced it slightly to stay onside. The assistant referee on this near side got that spot on, but Okoronkwo just couldn't hit the target. Shame that.
It was good midfield play, wins the ball, drives and then slides Okoronkwo through, and like you say, unfortunately just pulls it across the face of goal just after he's had that shot, Dan, and he felt the back of his leg. I don't know whether he's got a problem or...
Yeah, spotted that.
It was something and nothing. I'm sure we'll see in the forthcoming minutes.
Yeah, hopefully it's nothing back of his calf.
Yeah, hopefully it's nothing too serious.
He'll be fine, he's a big strong north-east lad. Take more than a sore calf to get Francis Okoronkwo off the pitch tonight, and Reading have made a third substitution. Jeremiah O'Kine-Peters is on for Kyle Daniels-Spray. Does he have to? Well, good job the referee's wave play on there, because he could well have been yellow carded as well for that, couldn't he?
Yeah. No, I mean, as we said, I don't think the games are worthy of the bookings that we've had so far.
No.
But because of the bookings we've had so far, you wonder whether there's possibility that had he not let that play, then young Matthew Upton might have picked up a caution.
This is good football from Reading. And it's just towing, is it? No, it's a goal kick for Everton, but nice bit of play there from Reading, and it just needs putting to bed, doesn't it? There's still, as we said before, leading 2-0, the next goal rather could be game on or game over. Yeah,
as you say, it's a very strange scoreline. Gives the team trailing the incentive that they're not out of proceedings, but the team in control, as we are, I believe, we just sometimes can get a little complacent, and that can
good early ball. Okoronkwo times his run again. This time Kanu gets goal side. Okoronkwo needs a little bit of support, and he's won a corner on this right hand side. It was probably as good as we could have expected from that.
Yeah, it's good centre forward play. Tries to commit the defender, realises he's not going to get in there and get a shot, he's not got support to get across, holds it up and then wins a corner, which, as you say, probably as good as we could have expected.
Owen Barker. Can we have another special, please, from this right-hand side? Can we have a goal at the Gladys Street? No, cleared at the near post. Still 2-0 for the Blues. Patterson just about climbs tall enough to head it forward, but it's picked up by Caelan Vickers. Infield to Carney. Onto Riley Campbell. Furlong. DT plays it forward to Taylor Harris. Already scored a few goals for Reading's under-18 this season. Taylor Harris on as a substitute. Oh, nice touch. Okoronkwo. Jang Pata. Just like to see us try and get Kobe Abire involved a bit more.
Yeah, I'd like us to get it wide like we were first half, get Kobe Abire on it, get it wide if we can this side, and the link up between Owen Barker and Roman Dixon was really good. I think just throughout the pitch we're dwelling on the ball a little too much, taking too many touches, which is allowing Reading that little opportunity to make tackles, break up play. I think if we move the ball 2 and 3 touches we did first half, I don't think Reading have got the capabilities to live with us.
They haven't tested Seb Jensen a great deal, have they, you have to say?
No.
In the Everton goal.
I think he can be pretty pleased with his evening, the fact that it's been as quiet as it has.
Teeny gives the ball away. Picked up on this near side by O'Kine Peters. Here he is again, O'Kine Peters. Looks a lively young chap. A little bit of pinball in there eventually. It's a good sliding challenge from Khalid Jang Pata, and well intercepted as well by Jack Butler. Okoronkwo is isolated. Can he get the ball? Yes, he can. Owen Barker in support. Nice
2v2.
Barker, he's got a chance here. Owen Barker, brilliant goal for Everton. 3-0 game over. Francis Okoronkwo adds an assist to his first half goal, and Owen Barker gets the strike that his performance has thoroughly deserved. And there's clear daylight now. Everton 3, Reading 0.
Brilliant, Darren. You know, from never having a bit of pressure around our box, a long clearance from Jack Butler. Really good hold-up play, Francis Okoronkwo.
A little bit of nonchalance as well.
Lovely to see. And then, you know, drives forward, commits players, Owen Barker. Once he moves it and touches it onto that left foot, he's striking at goal, and you'd only expect one outcome, to be honest with you.
It's another good Everton goal, and it's been a good night's work for Leighton Baines and his under-18s, and Everton lead Reading by 3 goals to 0. It's a cold night on Merseyside, but the performance from the young Blues has warmed the cockles. Nditi infield to Campbell. Rowan Dixon heads it infield and perhaps gets a little bit fortunate. There's Jang Pata. Should see it through now, Peter, shouldn't we?
I'd be very surprised if that's not what happens, Darren, to be honest. Now,
I'd be astonished.
Yeah, I think they've been in total control from probably 10 minutes into the game onwards, and I can't see anything other than a 3 or more goal margin to the win. Love to keep a 0, obviously, from a defender's point of view, a goalkeeper's point of view.
That's the defenders' union speaking.
Yeah, but you know, to add another goal or 2 would be excellent.
Jensen scoops the ball to the feet of Ishi Samuel-Smith. Well, I spoke to Kieran Driscoll before the game, and I suggested to him that he would want the players who have played for the 21s this season to impose themselves on the game, and they have done. Your Francis Okoronkwo's and your Owen Barkers and your Ishi Samuel-Smiths, they've played for the 21s, so they, with all due respect, they're coming down a notch to play for the 18s, but their application and their attitude's been first class.
Yeah, as you say, going back to, should we talk about yesteryear when it was the reserves and players were playing the reserves and then drop back down to the youth team. The requirement then was that they showed why they'd been playing at a perceivably higher level with the reserves in the under-21s, and the individuals you talk about, Darren, they've done that. They should be really pleased with their performance, and the reason for it is because of their application.
Yeah.
They know that application is always a prerequisite. It's got to be done, and their ability levels then are able to show through.
Jack Tierney comes across. Matty Apter, who's had a fine game, creates a bit of space for himself. Forward ball to Barker. Can he take it into his stride? Just a little heavy touch. It was unfortunate. O'Kine Peters, but Owen Barker wins it back. There's a swagger about Everton now, particularly those two, Barker and Apter. Roman Dixon. Now, Roman Dixon, I saw Roman playing for the 21s against Mansfield here at Goodison Park, and nothing went right for him in the first half, and he was substituted at half time, but he's got a great character about him, and he's been smashing tonight, Roman Dixon. I'm really, really pleased for him.
Yeah, like you say, really, really good performance from him. The trajectory of a young player, and their progress is never or rarely smooth. There are going to be bumps in the road, there are going to be ups and downs, and as it's happening,
it's how you deal with them, isn't it?
Yeah, as it's happening, horrible feeling. Oh, why is this happening? But when you reflect on it and you look at things objectively, hopefully you can learn from it, and you should be really pleased with his performance tonight.
And Everton have won another corner with 20 minutes to go. Leighton Baines is deciding to give a couple of young players a Goodison Park run out. There'll be a couple of substitutions once this corner's cleared, I'm sure. Isaac Heath, I think, is about to come on, and Callum Bates as well. Owen Barker, who can be absolutely delighted with his night's work, and so can Harry Apter, who's over there with him. Matty Apter, sorry. There's Matty Apter. Into the middle, Okoronkwo just couldn't climb high enough. He was unmarked again inside the penalty area.
He was.
Just couldn't guide it on target.
Yeah, on this occasion, Darren, he was a little tighter mark, but his movement was good. Stepped forward, then pulled away, made himself a little bit of room away from his marker there, Bo Beecroft. That he's just not got enough on it to guide it on target.
Well, it was Owen Barker's last contribution of the night. He's been withdrawn, and Francis Okoronkwo will accept the captain's armband from Alajang Pata. He's had a good game tonight, Owen Barker, Peter.
Really good game. Should be very pleased with his evening's work. 2 assists, a goal. Really positive in his play. Committed the defender every time he's had it, but mixed his game up well. Not run down blind alleys. He's linked up with players and combined. And as I say, should be delighted with his evening's work.
Goal kick for Reading. Callum Bates and Isaac Heath get a taste of Goodison Park. And it's exactly how we called it before the start of the game. Let's get 2 or 3 goals up and put a couple of young kids on.
Yeah, great experience for these young players coming on. Now, part of, again, we talk about development and learning. It's part of their development to see how they feel they take to the environment, playing obviously in a fantastic arena. But that little step up in levels and the requirements become greater, and we're encouraged to see how they deal with things and how they perform.
Let's hope this is the first step for some of them. First taste of Goodison Park, the first step on a long and successful football career. Not unlike the man sitting to my left, who has just passed 900 club games. That's right, Clarky, isn't it?
It's Sunday's 900.
Sunday is 900. It's an astonishing achievement, that. Levels of consistency.
Not bad. Probably only about 5 good ones in there, though, Darren.
Probably 5 bad ones out the 900. That's what I'd say. But
well, I'll take that.
900 games. I mean, do the maths. It's an astonishing record of consistency, and the last player in the top 5 divisions of English football to have been a teammate of Paul Gascoigne.
I didn't know that. You learn something new every day. Well,
there you go.
There you go.
There you go. It's one for the grandkids, isn't it?
It
Played in the same team as Gaza, and still going in 2022. Still look back fondly on your days at Everton, Peter, don't you?
Oh, yeah, with massive amounts of affection. Loved it. You know, it's a fantastic place, fantastic people. Yes, I played some football here, and as I've said before, the club, the academy, or the centre of excellence as it was, the primary aim is to provide players for the first team, but they also provide individuals with the tools and the wherewithal to go on and have careers. And I am and will be eternally
Referee's got his
grateful.
card out again. It's time for Roman Dixon for a foul on Aston Griever, and I'm not sure that's a yellow card really. 15 minutes ago, game over.
I think as he goes into, round the edge of the area, Aston Griever, he's running out of room. There is minimal contact, and I think he decides to take a fall because of the room he hasn't got. And it's probably his best option. I think the referee's been duped.
And it comes straight into the arms of Seb Jensen, and we've got 14 minutes to go, and Everton are cruising through to the 4th round of the FA Youth Cup. As I say, we reached the 5th round last season, and the quarter-finals the season before that, with a thoroughly memorable run that included away wins against Manchester City and Chelsea. Here's Kobe Abire powering on, till eventually there was just too many of them.
Yeah, really positive, direct play, and as you say, the reason it came to nothing was he was crowded out by 2-3 Reading defenders.
Francis Okoronkwo hands the captain's own band to Harry Apter, to Matty Apter, and on comes big Martin Sheriff for the closing 13 minutes or so. And again, Francis Okoronkwo, well, he's deserved that handshake and pat on the back of the head from Leighton Baines. He's been a regular part of Paul Tate's under-21 squad this season, and he really has played very well tonight. Okoronkwo, an assist and a goal.
Yeah, as you say, Darren played really well. You know, him, Owen Barker, boys that have been in and around the under-21 group, showing the reasons why they are. And they've, shall we say, dropped back down to their own age, their own level, and they've been standout performers, which, you know, that's what we would be hoping for.
Martin Sheriff wins the ball, good strength on the big centre forward, looks towards Isaac Heath, can't quite find him. Vickers plays it to this near side to Griever. Vickers gets it back. O'Kine Peters. Harris. Campbell. Gets it back off in DT. O'Kine Peters again. And good pressing again from Everton. No way through for Reading. Long way home for these Reading boys tonight. And their involvement in the FA Youth Cup has less than 12 minutes to go, plus whatever time gets added on at the end. But as far as game plans goes, it's gone pretty much perfection, hasn't it, Pete?
I think Leighton will be delighted, as you say. If game plans were to go perfectly, I think this has gone as close as is possible. You know, and I think, you know, there's one or two performers played really well, standouts, but collectively as a team they've been excellent, and they've fully dominated and controlled the game for the vast majority.
Roman Dixon, Jack Tierney. Good play from Everton. Really good football from Everton. Callum Bates. Just about seeing the game out now, isn't it? Not getting sloppy, and as you say, protect the clean sheet.
Yeah, of course. You know, we talk about that composure on the ball. We look after it. If we look after it, Reading shouldn't get near it for the rest of the evening, or rarely get near it. And as you say, now another stage of development.
Shooting opportunity. Good save by the keeper. And Martin Sheriff just couldn't pounce, but Roman Dixon's had a good game on this right-hand side. He's been solid defensively, and he's been a constant threat when he goes on one of those quick raids of his.
Yeah, definitely.
Matty gets his shirt pulled and his ankle wrapped. Referee plays an advantage. Isaac Heath. Bates. And the pass is a little bit behind Kobe Abiri. Matty Apter. Samuel Smith to Tierney.
As we mentioned earlier, it's not, you know, about seeing the game out, managing the game, and that's something that the moment they're doing excellently.
Oh, lovely football again from Everton. Oh, there's a goal at the end of this. Kobe Abire is going to bring it in field and shoot for goal. I'll tell you what, that was on its way. That was on its way.
I think other than an excellent block, that should have been 4-0.
Would have been a lovely goal, that as well.
Was. Really patient build up, Darren. Looking after the ball well.
Yeah. Good football. Matty Apter to Kobe Abiri, just one thought on his mind: bring it in field and get a shot away. And I'll tell you what, Thomas Norcott in the Reading goal will have been thrilled to bits to see that deflected wide. Nine minutes to go. 3-0. Jack Tierney's in there, and it's blocked, and he would love a goal at the Gladys Street. Talking to his dad at half time. Massive Evertonians, the family. Now then, here's a chance for Reading to break. Here's Aston Griever. Into the penalty area it goes, but who's there but Matty Apter? Good defensive play. He'll sleep tonight, won't he? That's for sure.
I think so. He's just stayed down there. I'm not sure whether he's having a quick nod there, but I think he might have got a wrap across the ankle, but his teammates around him congratulating him for his unselfish play, his sheer endeavour and work rate, and doing the horrible things that are required to maintain that clean sheet that we mentioned before.
Clean sheet that we crave. There's Vickers. Reading are still probing, to their credit. Griever to Riley Campbell. There's Matty Apter again, closing him down. And Nditi. Back to Campbell again. That'll be a free kick. Nothing more than a mistimed challenge by Ishi Samuel-Smith. And it'll be a free kick for Reading. And credit to Reading, Pete, because they're still having a go. The game is up, but with 7.5 minutes to go, they're still pressing for a consolation.
They are, and you know, when they're 3-0 down, the game's gone. They've a long journey home that they won't be looking forward to. It's credit to them and their character that they're still going, still probing, still giving of their best, and you know, give credit where credit's due, but we certainly don't want them to score.
No,
and
that was a breakthrough, do we?
No, not at all.
There's an opportunity here for the Royals. Harris is over it, so is Giscombe. He's never likely to trouble Seb Jensen, and in truth, Clarkey, Seb Jensen has not been troubled a great deal all evening.
No, I don't really remember him having too much to do in terms of a couple of punches in the first half. I don't think he's had a save to make second half. He's been really tidy with his feet, and his distribution's been good. So I think in terms of that, there's been a good level of concentration. So he's had a relatively easy evening in the grand scheme of things in terms of his...
It's been the type of performance, Peter, where every player will get a pat on the back tonight, won't they?
Of course, and rightly so. Like you say, there's been a couple of really standout performers, but collectively they've been really, really good. And as you say, everyone should be getting a pat on the back. Congratulations are well done, but don't rest on your laurels.
Yeah, absolutely. We want a good run in this FA Youth Cup. I'm thoroughly looking forward to the Papa John's game against Lincoln City at St Hill Bank next week with the 21s. It's been a good campaign in that competition thus far, and if we can replicate that in the FA Youth Cup, it'll be great. Time Ebbing away, Everton 3, Reading 0. Patterson. Abder. Pinned in. And thought he'd won a throw in.
Yeah, you can tell by his reaction he's not too happy with the referee.
Here comes Furlong.
Great tackle.
Challenged by Patterson. It was a proper tackle, wasn't it? A little bit unfortunate that Reading have managed to sweep up the loose ball. But Jensen just ambles to the edge of his penalty area and picks it up. He's put a few challenges in like that, Jack Patterson, hasn't he, tonight?
He has. Full-blooded, I think they would be described as. But you know, the fact that he has,
good play again.
as I said before, it can lift teams, it can lift teammates and supporters alike, and getting through that sort of work reminds me very much of sort of job Tony Hibbert did when we played in the Youth Cup. In those days, Tony was a central midfield player.
He was, with an eye for goal.
He was. He scored an absolute worldie at Gig Lane against United.
Yes, I remember that against Manchester United.
Yeah.
Then he got sived down in the penalty area on his first team debut.
He did.
And then for the next 12 years, don't think he crossed the halfway line. Kobe Abiri, it's out the penalty area. Can he get the goal he deserves? No, it's blocked. He's determined to get one though, isn't he?
He is. His work rate is. His players deserved one. It may come, it may not, but again, another young man who's had a really positive evening.
This is Samuel Smith. He's looked so composed all evening at the back. Well, tougher test to wait in the FA Youth Cup, but you can only beat what's in front of you. And this has been a thoroughly competent display by Leighton Baines Charges. Good break from the back there by Beecroft. There's Furlong. Harris. Beecroft again. Still probing, still asking questions. Reading. Carnu. O'Kine Peters to Aston Griever. Back in field to Vickers. But Jack Patterson says, that's enough of that, I'm having that. And he launches Everton forward again. Isaac Heath is busting a gut to get forward, but Patterson tried to thread it through the eye of a needle and then rather unnecessarily fouls Boyd Beecroft, and that one was a yellow card and a little bit silly.
Yeah,
a bit of over-exuberance.
Yeah, with a couple of minutes or so remaining, I think they describe it as taking one for the team, but having said that, he still had 4, 5, 6 men behind him, but he didn't really need to make the challenge.
No, he hasn't blotted his copybook though, because it's been an excellent performance from him tonight.
Fantastic, to me a caution doesn't blot a player's copybook. No. It's part and parcel of the game, and I think it's something in the modern game that happens more and more. Players get cautions for things that don't necessarily require a caution, but certainly doesn't blot his copybook. He's been excellent tonight.
Yeah, he has.
Reminds me very much of Ibo in the youth team that I played in.
Yeah, likes to tackle, likes to break things up.
A real team player.
Yes, yeah.
Someone that every team requires.
Well, we can look forward to the 4th round draw. 4th round scheduled to be played in January. Here's Callum Vickers. A couple of minutes to go. Giscombe to Nditi. Back to Beecroft. And Riley Campbell. Good force in by Samuel Smith. Callum Bates. Back to Samuel Smith again. First noticed Samuel Smith in last season's FA Youth Cup competition when he was 15 years of age.
No mean feat that, Darren.
No,
Playing
no.
at such a young age.
Yeah.
Looks completely at home in the environment,
Yeah, he does.
and probably higher.
As we enter the 90th minute. Referee just holds proceedings while Sion Nditi fastens up his boots. Here's Vickers. Kanu. There's the freezing cold driving rain again at Goodison Park. Vickers.
The fourth minute has indicated there will be a minimum of 3 minutes additional time.
Here's Furlong inside the penalty area, looking to get a shot away, can't do so. Looks towards Nditi. Patterson's there again. And just smashes into an Everton defender. And the referee quite sensibly stops play because it's absolutely poleaxed him.
Yeah, I think he's winded.
Caught that, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Would have felt that.
yeah, bless him.
Colby Abire. That'll serve you right for helping out your defence.
I know, yeah, he should be on the wing, staying out of the way. No, it's fantastic though, where he is. He's in the thick of things, doing the horrible things that need to be done to earn that clean sheet. Not just a goalkeeper and a back four. They're earned by the team collectively.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure his fullback Jack Butler will be delighted with the shift he's put in front of him defensively, as much as the attacking things he's done.
His own player who slammed the ball against him there, Colby Abire. You don't feel it when you're 3-0 up, do you?
Well, you know, we're all different, but it was pretty close proximity where it came from.
Here's O'Kine Peters for Reading. Curls the ball into the penalty area, over everybody and out of play, and still Seb Jensen remains untroubled. And as we've indicated, Peter, no shortage of endeavour from Reading, but Seb Jensen's had a comfortable evening.
Yeah, very comfortable evening. As you say, Darren, the endeavour is certainly not lacking from Reading. Just a little bit of quality and that end product in that final third and around the penalty area. But from our point of view, delighted that they're a little lacking in that area.
Yeah, definitely. Less than 60 seconds to go, and it's been a really good night's work for Everton. Just the start to the FA Youth Cup campaign that we wanted for this season. Leighton Baines and Kieran Driscoll will be delighted. Jack Butler will take this throw in for Everton over on the far side. Referee has a little glance at his watch. Samuel Smith to Janssen. Jack Teenick does well there. Could have been a little spot of bother. And Everton play themselves out of trouble really well. Isaac Heath keeps it in. Good footwork. Bates. Heath again.
Oh, good feet.
Spins out of trouble. Reading press and win it back. Griever. Giscombe. Oh, good skill by Giscombe. Still going, goes for goal. It just spins wide. But the referee's seen enough. And Everton are through to the 4th round of the FA Youth Cup. Peter Clark alongside me, who played in this competition many times for Everton. That was as good as it gets.
It was really good, Darren. Thoroughly enjoyed the way the lads played. There was some really, really good passages of play in an attacking sense. But I was just as excited, pleased with the way they played out of possession.
Yeah.
You know, even we're in stoppage time. The lads there, they've not got a decision. no disappointment. They've carried on, gone to win the ball back as soon as they've possibly gone, and hunted in numbers 2 and 3 and 4 of them. So they should be delighted with the overall performance collectively.
Just what was needed. Everton march on to the 4th round of the FA Cup. My thanks enormously to Peter Clark alongside me. Thank you everybody for watching. We've enjoyed your company. Hope you've enjoyed the game. I know you've enjoyed the win. Everton 3, Reading 0.